Welcome to Find Your Fridays. It's Lorene Hughes, and I'm here. I'm with you, and it is the first day of the year 2025. How are you? I am going to just jump back and behind things here now, just quickly, and just pin things and put things in the right places and all that sort of jazz. Yay. Hi, Melinda. I've left the door open because Alex isn't here, but Buddy is. So I'm hoping if he just sees the door open and sees me sitting in here doing my thing, he won't howl. But he's already been a little bit howly, so fingers crossed, fingers crossed. How was your New Year's? That's what we've had. How was the new moon and the New Year's and because golly gosh, lots of energies, huh? And all very much compacted into those 2 days between New Year's Eve with the new moon and then New Year's. It was just like, I don't know what else happened in there, but a lot of stuff happened, seemed to happen all at once. So happy. I gave my Kangen machine an e-clean and put a brand new filter in it today. Oh, we are back to tasting neutral. Tasting like nothing. And it's the best. All right. Okie dokie. Ooh, Dwayne has gotten in fast today. It sure was an interesting mix of energies, wasn't it, Melinda? For sure. And I'm feeling better for it, to be quite honest. I thought New Year's Eve, I was like, whatever, me. But the last, 3 days have been really good, actually. I felt very calm, very settled. I ended up having Thursday off work, so I had time to just settle into 2025, I guess, and see what interesting things it would bring my way. Along with house hunting. How fun is that? So which cards wish to come and play with us for the weekly reading? This one, yes. Hi, Edwina. Happy New Year. Happy 2025. Let us see what the start of 2025 is going to bring us as a collective for the 4th of January through to the 10th of January. Let's see how we can best work with these energies. We haven't got any full or new moons or anything like that. That's not till the week after, so we're pretty good there. Did you hear any fireworks or see any fireworks for New Year's? I heard a couple at like 12:30. They sort of semi-woke me up a little bit. But I actually saw the new year in by listening to the guided meditation that I released on New Year's Eve. I had a really lovely listen to that, and then I missed the end of it, so I replayed the end of it, and then I missed it again, so I replayed it again because it kept putting me to sleep. Oh dear. Hello, Brian. How are you, darling? Happy New Year to you. I hope you have a really, really great New Year too. So yes, it looks, my background does look a little funny because the door's open just in case Buddy needs to come up and see where I am, because Alex is not home right now. But if he does come home, I'll get up and shut the door. Did anybody have any goals, aims, resolutions, anything else for the new year? I don't tend to do resolutions as such, but this year I definitely was like, what would I like to bring through with me? And what sort of things would I like to see more of for the new year? And there's a few really good things that have been asked to come through, and I'm really thrilled that it looks like they'll probably happen. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to this year. It's going to be a big, expensive year. I feel like this last year has been a year of forcing me to slow down and quiet a little bit. I know many of us went into some hermit mode stuff this last year, and it was very necessary because the planet and the universe and everything was doing a big, huge push to move us forward into the new, into the 5D energies anyway. So we kind of needed a little bit of like, and now we're back up and running again. So that is pretty cool. I was out and about, what was it? New Year's Day actually, and I was seeing sevens all over the place, and I was like, yeah, that sounds like great. That sounds great. Hi Tony, happy new year. Brian says, with a beautiful friend with you as a beautiful friend, let's see if I can get my spectacles on, who wouldn't have a great year? I have changed to a PMA life. What does PMA mean? I don't understand. Melinda, I don't do them anymore, really. I just ask for the most aligned job for me each year. Very cool. Very, very cool. There he goes. Gotta love it. He's so aware of the different energies floating around. You've been seeing lots of fours. Interesting. So this first card's a bit of an interesting one to come up. This is from the Doreen Virtual Angel Therapy card set. So let's see. We've got fairies. Positive mental attitude. Oh, I love it, Brian. Yes. Let's do some more positive mental attitudes, please. I love it. Fairies. You have a strong bond with the fairies, and your life purpose involves helping Mother Nature. So what I'm seeing by that one is it's a time this coming week, if you're still at home and doing at-home stuff, how can you help Mother Nature over this next week? How can you connect in with her? Because that's one of the ways that we can deeply help Mother Nature. And it's one of the things of because as we know, Mother Nature is energy. And if we sit with Mother Nature, if we walk and be barefoot a bit, or touch the plants or whatever, we are, and intentionally gift Mother Nature energy, we're helping her. We're giving her extra resources to nourish, repair, grow, whatever she requires to do. It's not necessarily about putting the fertilizer on the garden or watering the garden, although all those things definitely help too. But if you're not someone who's into any of that, and you're like, oh, I'm not really a gardener, I don't really know what to do to contribute, you can contribute your energy. And the cool thing is because it's cyclical, you get it back anyway. So it's a little bit rude of us to hoard all of our energy. So get back into Mother Nature. I don't know why you can only see your comments, Tony. Oh dear. Sacral chakra is our next one to be looking at for this next week. You are highly sensitive to chemicals, additives, processed foods, energies right now. Respect your sensitivities by avoiding harsh items, situations, and relationships. So most of you have probably had a jolly good feast over Christmas and New Year's, and this is our lovely reminder that's probably time to ditch the rich food and just for the next week or so and kind of get back to your whatever eating plan is your normal eating plan that helps to nourish and nurture your body. So yeah, it's good old sacral chakra. So if some of you have had some upset bellies and things, that can also be a bit of a sign of energies changing, and you might be doing a little bit of purging, dumping, that sort of thing. Tony was good. Well done. All right. Be willing to forgive. Ask the angels to clear your mind and body of past pain in exchange for peacefulness. So for a lot of people, Christmas brings up a lot of energy, right? We know this. We've sort of talked about this before. This week, our teams, the collective, is asking for any energies that have been stirred up over this last couple of weeks with Christmas and New Year's and family and holidays and da-da-da-da-da. Like, just take some time to just let it go. Give it up to the angels, put it on a piece of paper and burn it. Do whatever you require to do to let it go and just release it from your system, okay? And forgive whoever it is that's been a pain in the butt, in the neck or whatever. Just let it go. However you were approaching them before Christmas, before November, however you were approaching them before November, have a look at that and see if you can do the same for now. Okay, because quite often Christmas and stuff brings up a lot of old energies, and sometimes it's good and sometimes not so fun. So let it go. So even for maybe if you've had a loved one pass over and this is the point of their first Christmas without you, like, or you without them and all that sort of jazz, even if it's like the 10th or the 20th, and it's just brought up a lot of that old hurt, that grief. This is the week to just kind of go, thank you for being in my life. I love you. And now I'm going to focus back on what is bringing me a lot of lightness in my life. I just realized that one needs to change. Righty ho. The solar plexus chakra, and it says it is safe for you to be powerful and take charge of your life in positive ways. So this is very much what I've been getting a lot of for coming into 2025 when I was asking about 2025. Now we've got the first full week of reading for 2025, and it is saying the same thing. This year is going to be about forward movement. All those things that you have been putting off, feeling like you haven't got the confidence to do it, feeling like you haven't got the know-how or the knowledge or the whatever it is, now is the time. All of that stuff doesn't matter anymore. Your energy, your teams, everything, the collective is all behind you now to say, yes, 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 you've got this. We can move forward, and it is safe for you to do so. It's not time now to sit back on your laurels and wait. As we know, my team loves to do the old sit back, hurry up and wait. That's something they've loved to say to me a lot over my lifetime. And now it's like, no, go, do it. Yes, yes, go. Now is the time. Now, we started off the show talking about numbers, and here we go. You are profoundly clairvoyant. Trust what you see in your mind's eye as well as your physical sight, for your spiritual vision helps you with healing, teaching, and guidance. So don't be surprised if you see those little signs and symbols, like the numbers, that are guiding you to be teaching others. And it could be that you are like meeting new people, and these new people don't really know much about the woo-woo world, but they might be kind of quietly curious. And so, like, for example, when I was seeing all the sevens all over the place on New Year's Day, and the day after New Year's Day, on the 2nd, I was seeing sevens everywhere again, and I was like, oh wow, this is what this means, you know. And to people who are not normally thinking like that, it was like, oh really, hey, that's pretty cool. And it's like, yeah, that is cool. So there's always moments to educate or share your knowledge and your special gifts. It's not necessarily always about healing. It can be, and the healing can be in the sharing of the knowledge, so it empowers them to heal themselves. Like, that's pretty fucking cool too. So yay. Tony had just the right amount of food, didn't overfull like I usually. It was yummy though, and I had a nice glass of riccadonna as well. Nice. All right, and our yummy card. And just while I get this yummy card up and running, Edwina, can you please pop your question in the chat, please? That would be lovely. And for this moment, this week coming, your team would like you to acknowledge. I know we all do a lot of reflection stuff at the end of the year. This card says acknowledge. Now, sometimes what happens is in our reflection, and I saw this with a couple of my friends, they were like, I haven't achieved anything this year. And I was like, what are you talking about? Of course you did. And I'll point out 4 or 5 things that they absolutely did that they did achieve in the year. And they're like, oh, I forgot about that. Oh, I didn't realize that was such a big thing. So what this week your team would like you to do is to acknowledge your greatness, acknowledge the fact that you have achieved things, even if the number one achievement was being able to get through the year and still be alive and living a life that is, maybe, say if you've been on a long addiction recovery type journey, maybe just being able to get through the year and go, fuck yes, I've had 1 year sober. Like, that's a huge achievement. And it might feel like you've done absolutely nothing else. If you're someone who has gotten out of a toxic relationship or a toxic workplace, and you've found one that is healthy and is nourishing to you and makes you feel good, that's a huge achievement. If you've been a bit like me and managed to slow down some so that you can have some breathing room instead of just being go all the time, like, that's a huge achievement too. So I would love for you this week, at some point, sometime, take a moment to acknowledge just how fucking incredible you are in whatever areas that are relevant to you. And congratulations, Melinda. That is fantastic. 5 months. I love it. I love it. And I'm sure you feel cleaner and clearer. I don't know if I told you guys this story, but when I don't drink alcohol, and I haven't since 2019, Christmas of 2019. I haven't drunk alcohol. And there's been like a couple of moments where I felt really, really pressured to drink something. And so I would be like, just port, like a tiny drop. And then I sat on it for hours. But the last year and a half to 2 years, I've had nothing at all. And then I was out at camping and I had my little Aldi Christmas cake and had half of that, because it was only tiny, had half of that for my Christmas pudding. And I woke up the next day thinking, oh, my hands feel really inflamed. Like they feel weird. Like my joints felt a little bit sore and stuff. And then I looked at my ankles, which was actually my very first sign that things were not right with me and alcohol. And my ankles had swelled up, and I went, what the hell's going on? Is it because it was so hot? What is it going on? And then I was having my morning tea and the other half of the cake, and I looked at the box and I realized on the back of the box, in the ingredients, it had like 0.1%, I think, of brandy and 0.2% of rum, or the other way around. But basically 0.3% of alcohol had been in that cake, in the mixture of that cake. And my body reacted to it. Fucking incredible. I'm like, wow, body, you are so hypersensitive to alcohol now. That is super cool. Like, that's amazing. And it took another 24-ish hours to work its way out of my system properly and out of my joints. So yeah. Hi, Holly. Thank you so much for sharing. I really appreciate that. Happy New Year to you too, Adelaide. Tony, thank you. I have received an award for doing the psychic medium course. Well done. Being consistent and not letting anything stop me to achieve. That was huge for me. That is amazing. Well done, Tony. I am so super proud of you. That is incredible. Alrighty, so let me jump back up to Edwina's comment. Here we go. Let's see who wants to come and play with Edwina. I really enjoyed playing with the Shaman's Dream stack when I was away, that's for sure. But Edwina's team has chosen the Sacred Forest cards, which are from Denise Lynn. These ones. That's pretty cool. Helps put it the right way around, Lorene. There we go. Hi, Adam. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Newbie. Secret Forest Oracle. So let's have a look and see, what does Edwina's team like her to know? Whee. Adam, we were just talking about, what sort of things that you might like to bring into 2025. What sort of energies? Do you do resolutions, that sort of thing? And curious, seeing as you're new to the block, what do you do as far as all that goes? Do you set intentions or goals, or what sort of things? Or not. You don't have to share if you don't want to. That's okay too. Ooh, there we go. Dun-dun-dun. These cards are interesting to shuffle. I think I've told you guys that before. They're a little bit kind of... Adam. I do it to everybody. It's fine. You're not unique here. Oh, dear. YouTube, Facebook, you comment. I'm going to find you. So yes, Buddy is still a little bit howly at the other end of the house. But at least he knows I'm here. He knows the door's open. He'll pop down probably at some point and just go have a little peek and then leave again. Ooh, a couple of goals that you've set already, huh? Nice. I like it. I have a big goal that I'm hoping to get sorted this month. All right. Now, as we know, these cards are still new to me, so we will be, where's the number? 46. We will be reading a little bit. So I appreciate your team choosing the Forest Oracle. So let's see. I do like these ones because they're very, very dreamy, right? So it's water spirit manifesting dreams, and there's a beautiful otter there. Manifesting dreams. In the sparkly water of the forest stream, otters plunge into the cool waters and resurface to race to the shore and then plunge back into the water. Small ones, big ones, otters of all sizes join in the fray. The brook seems to be laughing with joy with their antics. I love that. Your dreams can come true, truly. However, there are a few steps necessary for this to occur. First, believe that you deserve it. Know that you are worthy. You are. Act as if your dreams had already come true. Move your body like someone whose desires have manifested. Most important, you must also take action in the direction of your dreams. This is not the time to sit around and passively wait for things to turn out. That's what I was just saying in the weekly reading. Give deeply and fully of who you are, for the more that you give, the more that you will receive. Allow your emotions and feelings to flow. Don't repress or suppress the truth of your soul. As you focus on gratitude for what you already have, the more joy and abundance will grow in your life. Water energy traditionally represents your feelings and emotions. As in all things, too much emotion can be depleting, and too little emotion can be draining. When your emotion flows as clearly as a mountain stream, then you are at a pivotal time to distinctly state your intentions and dreams, and the forces of the universe will answer and support your dreams coming true. The spirit of water says, water flows in cycles, and right now you are in a cycle of manifesting your dreams. Don't stop the flow by doubting or hesitating. Allow your emotions the freedom to be expressed. Timing is everything, and right now is your time. So there we go, Edwina. Whatever it is that you are sitting and whatever it is that you are sitting on right now, and I'm not talking about your tushy. I'm talking about those big dreams, those big goals, those things that you really wish to be doing. Now is the time. Whatever it is, now is the time. 28 is your next one. Okay. I'll read the first bit and the last bit. Okay. So let's get the good light on the Pegasus. It's cool because the Pegasus is actually on both sides of the card. So I could hold it that way and you wouldn't know the difference. Grab hold of the mane, because the Pegasus is transcending. Pegasus is leaping into the sky with you on his back. You can feel the wind rush by as this winged horse climbs higher and higher, his muscles rippling beneath you. You are keenly aware of his majesty, strength, and power as you are brought closer and closer to the heavens. The spirit of the Pegasus says, you are on a pilgrimage of the soul, and it's time to transcend the weight of earthly burdens. Fly over situations that have been pulling you down. Don't involve yourself with the drama of others. When you remember that you have come from spirit and are eternal, challenging situations will resolve. A profound transformation is at hand. So you've got this real strong, forward moving kind of thing. And it's like when we are moving forward in such a very strong and dynamic way, quite often we get really clear on the things that are holding us back, whether they be actions or habits or people or even a job can be holding us back if it's not being honoring to you. If the boss is a nasty pasty or whatever, that can absolutely be holding you back, and it's time to move on. I feel like my 6.5 years in disability was some of the hardest and some of the most beautiful, because I gained a couple of friends out of that and a lot of experience with a lot of different types of clients and disabilities and things like that. But my goodness, my bosses, the managers, owners of that company were absolutely nasty pasties. They were bullies. They controlled and manipulated people. They were awful to deal with. But my clients were amazing. So sometimes we put up with one part of awesome, even though we shouldn't, because the bad part kind of outweighs the good part. So transcend, get moving, get rid of the clutter, the stuff that's holding you back, whether that be points of views, belief systems, people, habits, it might be addictions of some sort, and that can be an addiction even to things like self-judgment, self-depreciation. That can hold you back quite a lot, because the self-judgment and the self-depreciation then turns into self-doubt, and self-doubt then holds you back phenomenally. So it's like, let that shit go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. I love it how our teams does this shit, because it's like, this next card doesn't make any fucking sense compared to the first two. So I'm just going to quickly ask what this one is about. Okay, this is about what you have been doing. Okay, so they're just saying, like, this is why you feel like those other two cards are like a bit challenging for you. So this is the Enchanted Fern Grotto. Magic is afoot in the enchanted grotto. Long rays of light stream through the forest canopy above. An abundance of ferns fill the grotto with effervescent, verdant colour, and a small waterfall tinkles like crystalline chimes. You know that you are safe here. So I was like, all right, that sounds cool. And then the rest of it says, replete and replenish your inner resources. Now is not the time to act, but to incubate your ideas for the future. Be still. The answers are within you. Magic is all around you. And I'm like, what the fuck are you saying, team? You're telling her to get forward, get moving, do the thing. And now you're telling her no? No wonder you're confused. No, what they're actually trying to say with this one is that it's safe for you to move forward. Make sure that you've got that safe place grounded within you, whether that be within your heart, within your entire body, whether that be a place. just know that there is a beautiful place, even just if it's in your mind somewhere. Maybe when you do meditations, I have an absolutely gorgeous place that I go to when I do meditations, and it's in my mind. And interesting. Maybe we'll have to do that today. So it's like, make sure you've got your refuge nice and solid, and then that way, if you ever require a little bit of like a breather from your forward movement, you've got that place to go to. They're not telling you to stop. I just love it how the cards are kind of there, but sometimes not always. So I'm glad that I'm practicing with these ones because they're a bit different. Okay. This is again a further confirmation of the previous card. It says the spirit guardian of winter, which is retreat. Night is coming and the temperature is dropping as you follow the path through the snow to a small cabin. A golden light flickers through the windows. You stomp the snow off your feet, open the door, and step in. Instantly, you are embraced by the heat of the fire and the tantalizing aroma of the soup nestled on the potbelly stove. A large, overstuffed chair awaits you. You curl up in the chair and warm yourself by the fire. The spirit of Guardian Winter says, enter the silent, deep place within you. Renew, retreat, repair your body, items, and relationships. Examine your life and make adjustments as needed. Watch your nocturnal dreams, meditate, look for messages from spirit. So that last part is actually the most important part from this. It is asking you to go into meditation. It is asking you to be still, be quiet, and talk to your team. Talk to your team a little bit more. Gather the uplifting, the confidence from them so that you can go, yes, I know what I'm doing and I'm moving forward. So like, for example, on New Year's Day, I was having an opportunity to go and visit a friend, and I stood in my bedroom and I was like, Truth, what will it create if I go visit this person right now? And it was a big yes. And then I said, Truth, what will it create if I don't? And it was a no. So I was like, okay, I'm using my intuition. I'm trusting that everything is going to be okay and everything is going to work out well. And it did. So it's like I use those questions and I use my body as a pendulum all the time. And I also have my other two areas that I use. I use my light and heavy. I use my pussy awareness. I use all three of them all at once. And if any of them say, no, that doesn't feel right, I will ask more questions and find out what's going on. So something came up today, and let me just do another double check. Truth, should I apply for that home? No. Everything says no. So I won't. It's okay. We will sort that one out. Have a look maybe at the one on Sunday and see if that's the right fit. But you got to trust. You got to trust that things are going to be working just fine and that there is a divine plan. And does it mean that you should not have action? No, definitely not. That's what your first cards were talking about. They're talking about the fact that you have to have that forward motion, that's what your team's asking for you now. You can't hide anymore. 25. I'm really curious what you've got on the boil, hey, because this is the sort of stuff that comes up a lot for you. We've got moonlight enchantment magic. The lingering howl of a wolf weaves its way through the night air. The brightness of the full moon bathes the entire forest with a silvery light. fairies and elves and spirits of fauna and flora arise for a joyous night of celebration. The forest is alight with glee. The spirit of moonlight enchantment says, believe in magic. You are being given powerful mystical messages from spirit. Take time to listen. Allow the luminescent receptive energy of the moon to activate your creativity. You received mystical messages. You are a spiritual messenger for others. Fucking hell, yay. The 13th. The 13th is the next full moon. So on the next full moon, they're inviting you to go and do some meditation and check in with your team and get the messages from them in regards to projects that you've got on the go. And you can also obviously talk to them about creating more with that and helping them, getting them to help you. And just those other little niggly bits and pieces that you've got going on, the full moon, the next full moon, which is going to be on the 13th, to Monday the 13th, that will be, oh, this is bringing up so much energy, my love. Wow. This is cool for you. This is really cool. So your team is basically saying, hey, now is the time to move forward. Keep going. Live your dreams. Get them underway. Get them moving. And also make sure that you're nice and settled and centered within yourself. Make sure you've got that safe place quite firm in your mind. And then also trust in the magic. Trust in the divine timing, because that's all there. And prepare. Get yourself prepared for the most amazing year to come, because it will be. It will be for you. And you have a lot going on. I know you have a lot of plates in the air. And it's okay to have all that happening too. So I'm really curious to know where you're going to go with this one, Edwina, because this is fucking incredible. I'm getting that there's another card waiting for you. So let me just have a look, see which deck it is from. Yeah, had a feeling. Had me a feeling. You have a divine feminine goddess that wants to assist you. So let us have a look and see who that is. I do believe. You guys are funny. Oh, that's lovely, Brian. Thank you for congratulating Melinda. I think it's bloody awesome. Who are you? HI202. There's a lot of goddesses, and this is why I would not be able to remember them. Hello, buddy. It's all right. Buddy, you're okay. We may have to go pick him up and say hello to him. Oh, God, would you listen to that? All right, we have an Anna, she is the queen. Here we go. The queen of heaven and earth. I have nothing to hide. I see and accept all that I am. So when your soul selects her card and Anna goes into the depths of her own unconscious to merge with her twin sister self, she becomes more powerful because she is no longer using her conscious psychic energy to keep her shadow or negative attributes hidden deep underground. She courageously descends and faces the aspects of herself that are hard to get to when she's fully dressed or cloaked heavily in the ego. And Anna is an invitation to get naked. She wants us to drop our defenses. She wants us to see how holy and sacred it is to be vulnerable. As above, so below. This is an alchemical adage that suggests heaven and earth are not so separate. It suggests that within us, deep down in the dark cages where we place parts of ourselves, the truths that exist there also exist right here on the surface of our everyday lives. So, if we are exerting great amounts of energy from keeping our shadow, it is actually playing a large role in our conscious life. When we can face what we think is dark or negative about us, I mean really embrace it and see it for what it is, a beautiful broken place that's a call for love, then we can emerge more whole. We can marry the light and the dark aspects of our being, and in the uniting with our twin sister from the depths, we can stop projecting her onto other women. We can see and own the hot mess we often are and not get sabotaged by it. The light must cast a shadow, and the high priestess is the one who gets called to love them both. Your soul voice meditation, can I love my shadow as much as my light? Intention, I have nothing to hide. I see and accept all that I am. So feel free to go back 47 minutes to catch those two sayings, so that soul voice meditation and the intention. But within your meditation on like your full moon and stuff like that, feel free to ask an Anna to come in, because she's already asking to be there with you to help guide you or support you more so on integrating your light and your dark sides. So she's very cool, very powerful. All right. So I hope that that one helps. Let's get your yummy card. And then I'm going to go get the dog, and we're going to play with him for a little bit while I get the poetry book ready. So I don't think we've got any other people paid at this stage. Nope. Hello, Alex. Lovely to see ya. Happy 2025. Your one says imagination. Imagination for you, my sweet. So it is time to get creative. Definitely use your imagination, get creative, just get yourself out there, be vulnerable, because it's pretty cool what you've got coming to you in 2025. There's a lot of really good stuff in that, and I get a lot of forward motion energy for you, being also very mindful of being not careful, but just centered, really super centered within yourself, so that you've got it's like, I don't know if you've ever ridden a horse. Now the funny thing is that Pegasus came up, so obviously I meant to bring up this analogy. So fun fact, I used to ride horses, and I used to do eventing and dressage and pony club and all that sort of thing when I was young. One of the things that you learn very, very quick is that you can't be sitting on a horse and being a sack of potatoes. You can't be flopping all over the place like this, with your ass going this way, your arms going that way, and it's not good for the horse. It's not good for you, and it's not good for the horse, because you're not actually allowing the horse to know that you're stable on them, which makes them jittery. And so you learn really quickly, you've got to be firm with your thighs. You've got to bring your thighs in and hold your tummy in and hold your back up and shoulders back, and be really strong and centered when you sit on a horse, right? And you've got to hold your tummy in, because your tummy holding in also helps to keep your balance on the horse. And being that it's all tight, well, not tight, but just firm and together like that, and everything is connected, then it sends the message down to the horse, I trust you. I'm here, I'm present with you, and I trust you. And that's what those last 3 cards, or two to 3 cards, were about. It was basically saying you have to come back to that place of center and balance, so that then when you are riding your horse, your Pegasus, and you're playing like the otters, the elements that you're playing with know that you trust them, because you trust yourself. You trust that you're going to stay with that, and you've got your center. So that's what all of that was about. How cool is that? It looks like it's going to be a great year for you, Edwina. Thank you so much for your very kind donation. I'm so thrilled to have you as my very first one for 2025. What an absolute honor to have been able to read for you today. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I adore you. All right. Alex says, I just got back, a long day driving from one meeting to the next. Oh, I just went through my books, and I have the attached book before COVID. Wow. And I did up to the 2nd chapter. Very cool. Yeah, Edwina, that was just an amazing reading. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this year rock and rolls for you, because I'm pretty sure it's going to be an awesome one. All right. Let us do our expanding out tool, and then we will get the poetry book up and running, I think. It's going to be a nice quick show this week. I'm kind of, that's good. It's a nice way to ease into the year. Because, I'm on fire. And I'm going to go and grab the bloody dog. I'll be back. Just one moment. In the meantime, let me see. What can I get you to watch? That one. Everybody say hello to Buddy, and Buddy say hello to everybody. There we go. All right. I know you got yourself all worked up over nothing, haven't you? Hey, silly boy. I know you're old and you can't see properly, and you don't know where Alex is. I get it. I hear you. Yeah, I know. All right. Let us do the meditation. So we'll do the expanding out. All right. So close your eyes and take a big deep breath in, right down to the bottom of your belly. You too, buddy. And then breathing out. Breathing in, bring Mother Earth energy all the way up through your body. Breathing out, bringing Father Sky energy all the way down. Bring Mother Earth and the unconditional love all the way up through your body. Bring Father Sky and the gratitude for everything and everyone all the way down. Become aware of your body. Just keep breathing long and slow. And And as you become aware of your body, just see if there's any tension, any stress. Acknowledge it, and then let it go. Now we're going to expand out our awareness beyond the body in a big bubble up into the sky, down into the earth. You're going to expand out your awareness out beyond the size of the building that you're in, up into the sky, down into the earth, expanding out your awareness to the size of the country that you're in. Expanding out your awareness out beyond the size of the planet. Now out beyond the size of the solar system. Now beyond the size of the galaxies. And now beyond the size of the universes. Beautiful. Take a big deep breath in. Hand out. And now as you focus on your body once more without contracting down, grab your sense of allowance, remembering that your sense of allowance is your ability to perceive, know, be, and receive everything from no point of view. So instead of being that tight, contracted little pebble at the bottom of a raging river of everybody else's thoughts, feelings, and emotions, you're feeling bashed and trashed about, and at the effect of the world, you can expand out your allowance and become like a big old fluffy cloud. And that fluffy old cloud is just floating along, and it sees that raging river of thoughts, feelings, and emotions for exactly what it is. It's just energy. Nothing more, nothing less. And the cloud can choose whether it is going to respond to that raging river or just float on by. So that is your invitation. Expanding out your allowance beyond your body in a big bubble up into the sky, down into the earth, expanding out your allowance greater than the building that you're in, greater than the country, greater than the planet, greater than the solar system, greater than the galaxies, greater than the universes, and now greater than your awareness. Take a big, deep, deep breath in. Now, truth. What number between 1 and including 1 and 88 is going to create the most awareness for you for this next week? The first number that pops into your head. Beautiful. Pop it in the chat now. And while you do that, I'm going to go put Buddy down. So I think he's calmed down a bit now. His breathing is sort of chilled a little bit. He doesn't like long hugs. So, so he's doing quite well, actually. Yeah. What do you reckon? We're friends again? You too. Yeah. I know you're not supposed to be in here. But what other choice do we have when you're howling at the door? I don't know. All right. Okay. Oh dear. All right. He should be good now. 56 for you, Miss Melinda. You are the love of my life and my rock. You are the one who makes me laugh even when I'm crying. You are the one that I trust when everyone else is against me. You are my heart. You are my companion. You are my soul. And I love you. Oh, that is a beautiful little love letter from yourself, from your being, Melinda. I love that for you. And it's like, this is so cute. And also, truth is this is no, it's just from you. This is your body telling you that it loves what you're doing right now. And like everything that is going on, even though it's hard fucking work and you're probably really exhausted, your being is so bloody happy for you and happy to be you right now. I'm getting the thing that I can relate to. Hey Simone, pick a number between 1 and 88 that just pops into your head. Pop it in the chat and I'll read out a poem for you, darling. And yeah, just just enjoy it. The hard work is good. It's good for your body and your soul right now. Yeah, really super good. Thank you for coming to play. Edwina chose 74. I'd love to know what Adam chose, if he was still here, but he's disappeared again by the sounds of it. 74 for Edwina. I know, Melinda, you are exhausted, and I totally hear you on that one. Retail is fucking hard work, and especially at Christmas time. And of course, now you've been through all your Boxing Day sales, and now you'll have your New Year's sales, because it's just like sale after sale after sale at this time of year. And it's just like, oh my God. But of course, also for your work, you've got lots of people just choosing, doing their camping and fishing and all of that sort of stuff. So yes. 74. Why do we fall? This is a poem about being in the question. We fall for the wrong guy, wrong job, wrong food, wrong drink, wrong clothes. We are looking for love, admiration, acceptance. We fill the loneliness with distractions, people, lust, purchases, substances, when all we really want is uncompromised love. This, along with your reading that you just had, Edwina, it's really, truly, it's an invitation for you to let go of the stuff that is not working for you, that's holding you back from riding your Pegasus into the starlight, and just being beautifully, wonderfully you. Where whatever is stopping you from believing that you have infinite unconditional love around you, anything that's stopping you from having all of that, let it go. And if there's some certain elements that are kind of like tricky to let go of for whatever reason, how can you work with that in a different way that it can contribute to, not hinder you from? If that makes it all sense. So yes, why do we fall? I hope you have an absolutely lovely week. Thank you again. Melinda said, yep, it started in November with the Black Friday stuff and hasn't stopped. No, of course, I'd forgotten about the Black Friday stuff. I don't get why we do Black Friday. It's just, to me, it's just like another excuse for spending a shit ton of money. Simone, I haven't seen you for ages, love. How are you? Have you moved yet? Did you move out of Melbourne or are you still down there, darling? You're welcome, Edwina. Anything I can do to help. You chose 4. I didn't realize you had children and or grandchildren. Maybe you have, what do they call it? Adoptive ones. Anyway. Still in crazy place. Oh dear. Hi Deanne. Happy New Year to you, darling. We're doing the poetry part of the show. So if you would like to, you can pick the first expand out your awareness. Thank you. Out beyond the universes. Expanding out your allowance beyond your awareness. Thank you. And now, truth, what number will create the most for you for the next week between 1 and 88, and including 1 and 88? Chuck that in the chat if you'd like to have a poem. Simone. Yeah, I heard some stuff around Melbourne the other day. One of the cities of Victoria, or Melbourne, I think it's here. Like we have Playford City, we have Mount Barker City, which is whatever. But there was this one city in Melbourne that is doing crazy shit around like bringing legislation in to say that you have to have a permit to do an oil and filter change in your car, your own personal car, in your own personal driveway or home, like in your own backyard. Then there was a whole bunch of other shit that they're trying to bring in, and I'm just like, how could they even monitor that? And I was told that relying on nosy neighbors, and I'm like, that is nasty stuff. Like, jeepers creepers. Things like they're not allowed. They can't have more than, I think, 2 cars on a property. There's lots of things. It's just like crazy. Back to your poem. Grandmothers. Grandmothers are the role models for their grandchildren. They teach the children how. Let's start again. They teach the children their knowledge and skills. They don't have to be the ones to discipline the children, but just have the job of giving lots of love. The things which they teach their grandchildren will stay with them always, from that little piece of advice to how to lick a plate in style. The wonderful thing about grandmothers is that they can be so different. One might stay at home and bake, while another might be out running a marathon. But both love their grandchildren just as much. The love from one grandmother can never be compared. It is very unique and will remain that way for everyone. Forever, sorry. So I was initially thinking, how is this in relation to you, my dear? But as I was reading, I then got the message, your grandmas are saying hi. Your grandmas are coming along saying, we got you, love. We know that you're amazing, and we know that you will make the moves that you need to that you do. Take the steps that you require to take to keep your life moving forward. We're here for you. You can reach out to us and you can ask us for help too. From a spiritual sense, from an energetic sense, you can do that. And they are basically surrounding you with love right now and saying, you've got this. It's all right. So be bold, be brave, be you, and just have fun. Have fun. All right. And If you feel like you require to move still, then do it. Then do it. And that was the other thing that was also coming through with this, is that it's a message about just being you. And even if you're not the same as everybody else, and that's actually totally okay, you don't have to be the same or like everyone else around you. So yeah, that was actually a really lovely poem. I was confused why you picked that one to start off with, but there you go. All right. Thank you, Poetry Book. Appreciate you. And thank you very much, Simone, for choosing a poem. That is so cool. Yes, cameras everywhere. How interesting is that? And people are like, I don't know where they're putting up cameras. I don't necessarily have a problem with cameras. I say that hesitantly, though, because there's a lot of ways that the cameras can be used to harm. And with the way that AI works and all of that sort of stuff, it's so easy now to basically falsify someone is somewhere where they weren't. And people go, a camera doesn't lie, but it can these days. It absolutely can. And when it's used, when the technology is used to control and manipulate, that's also not good. And so yeah, when they're used in the way that is honoring and helpful, cool, great. But not if they're used to control and manipulate. I don't like that at all. Thank you. Makes sense. So makes sense. The grandmas have been visiting. Yeah, they have. They've been wrapping you up in lots of loves. Lots and lots of loves. All right, so let me just double check, make sure there's, yep, nope, we're all good over there. Cool. Let's move into our meditation. So closing our eyes once again. So to use inspiration from Edwina's reading today, we're going to go, I'm going to teach you something that was taught to me many, many, many years ago. And it's a way to find the place and to quieten the mind for meditation. So I'd like you to just sit back and relax. You've already expanded out your awareness and your allowance. Sitting back and relaxing, breathing deeply and slowly. And as you've got your eyes closed, you might be noticing thoughts. Thoughts are coming and thoughts are going. It's almost like you can't really stop them. That's true. Now, as these thoughts are coming and going, you might hear them as words, hear them as sounds. You might see them as words. I'd like you to now imagine each of those thoughts is like one of those dashes on the road, one of those little white lines on the road, not a long white lines, but the dashed white line. And each thought is a dashed white line on the road, and it is just floating on by. You get the doot, and then the doot, and then the doot, and then the doot. And now you might see those thoughts like there might be several lines of thoughts. And if you have multiple lines of thoughts, that's okay too. Don't stress. Just let them be lines on the road, just going by. Doop, and then a doop, and then a doop, doop, and then a doop. And what you'll notice is there's actually a little bit of space in between each of those thoughts. One thought doesn't run on to another thought. There's always a space in between. So I'd now like you to imagine that you're moving just straight over those lines or moving through them, whichever way works for you. And as you walk away from those thoughts, they get a little bit quieter and a little bit quieter. Now you're moving forward and you end up in a receiving room, a lobby if you like. And in this lobby, there's very smooth but beautiful walls that look like starlight. It may even look like a Aurora Borealis or Australis. They're beautiful, beautiful walls. And the floor is white tiles. And off to one side is a doorway. And beside that doorway are two big pillars. And on top of those pillars are two flames. One on each pillar. One looks like the colours that they are is whatever it is for you. Mine today are a beautiful blue. They're a beautiful blue with a little bit of silver going through them. And as you glance towards the opening of that doorway, which has the two plinths or the two columns and the flames on top of the columns, on either side of that doorway, you start to see what is beyond the doorway. Whatever your safe place is, your place of centeredness, the place where you feel the most calm and relaxed and nourished and nurtured. That is what is through that doorway. As you take each step towards that doorway, it becomes clearer and clearer and more open. You reach the columns. You're not through the doorway yet, but you can see about 10 meters in front of the doorway, and you get the sense of what's on that other side. Some people see space, like as in the stars and planets. Some people see a big room with maybe cushions and soft furnishings and stuff like that. Some people see forests, some people see gardens, some people see a big open pasture with lush grass and wildflowers and a big tree and a swing. Like, it just depends on what yours is for you. And whatever that is, as you step through that doorway, it becomes more and more clear that it is yours. That space is yours. And now, as you're in this space, I invite you to dance Just twirl around like a giddy 4-year-old. I invite you to fly and jump and do roly-polies in the sky, or wherever you are. Have fun, just for a few moments. Really enjoy the space and all of it that it offers. And now I'd like you to settle down into your space. You can lay down or sit cross-legged, whatever is comfortable for you or you feel is the correct posture, position for you. And now while you're in your meditation position, in your safe place, in your place of centeredness, even if you were to glance outside the door, you see those thoughts are still there. They're just not intruding in on what you're doing right now. In this moment, you have a choice. You can just be in this space and just relax in this space. Allow any tension that is coming and ready to move out of your body, gift it down underneath you and through the surfaces that you're on or around. Allow it to move out of your body, any tension, any stress. You can also, at this point, we can ask for our spirit team to come in and share with us any knowledge or guidance, awarenesses, or special messages with us. Just give you a little moment to ask those questions of your team. And as you gain those awarenesses and gain that knowledge, you're going to retain those answers long into the next day, and the one after that, and the one after that, and the one after that. So you can use that knowledge, those awarenesses, that information to your best advantage. Beautiful. And as we're sitting here in our beautiful centered place, our place of safety, our place of calmness, I invite you now to have a little wee think, and if you've already done this, great, this is just another moment to add to the energy of it. Have a little think. What is your greatest desire for 2025? What is that one thing that if you can achieve that, to have that by the end of the year, you'll be like, yeah, I bloody well did it this year, thank you. For some of us, it might be a few more than one things, and that's okay too. What is your one thing? And anything that doesn't allow you to receive that with the most deliciousness, excitement, abundance, and all the brilliance that you truly be. So let all of that go now. Anything that doesn't allow you to have that. Beautiful. Just letting all of those blocks go. Any spots where you've got ego making its little head known, just let them all go. Beautiful. Feel your heart, feel big and expansive, and the sparkly energy all around you right now, because you are truly magic. Coming out through those, standing up now and moving back through that doorway. We say thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done, it is done, it is done, to our safe place, to our centered place, our place of center. Come back over to those white lines going zoom, zoom, zoom past. At this point, you're like, I don't even know what half of those things are. And that's so true, even in your conscious waking space. And step over those white lines to the other side of the raging river of, guess what? Everybody else's thoughts, feelings, and emotions, as well as your own. Beautiful. Now you're going to take a big deep breath in, bringing Mother Earth energy all the way up through your body. And as you breathe out, you bring Father Sky energy all the way down. Bring Mother Earth and the unconditional love all the way up. And Father Sky and the gratitude for everything and everyone all the way down. And finally, once more, Mother Earth and the unconditional love and the crystalline energies all the way up. And the gratitude for everything and everyone with that beautiful Father Sky energy coming all the way down. And those thoughts that are just going zoom, 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 zoom. The cool thing is you can now choose to just leave them go by and just wake up out of this meditation, and the necessary, the important thoughts will stay with you, and all the rest will just float away. Open your eyes now. Please have yourself a drink of water. I hope you enjoyed finding your place, your secure place. If you're able to, I'd love you to put that in the chat and tell me about it. The person who taught that to me all those years ago, way before I even moved here, his secure, safe place was actually outer space. Mine is a lovely big rolling pasture fields, and mine is that one where I was saying, there's this one beautiful tree that has really, really wide branches, and it has loads of shade underneath it, and the ground is so super soft, and it's this vivid green, and there is wildflowers, and there's butterflies everywhere, and It's like the ground to sit on is just so super duper soft, and the tree is like the most comfortable tree you've ever leaned against in your whole entire life. And even when you're sitting up in meditation, you just feel so loved and supported, and around you feels amazing. Beautiful, Melinda. A relaxing beach with the soft rolling waves. Yeah, see, everybody's is so different, and I love that about that particular exercise. And I'm looking forward to maybe doing a little bit more with that one in the future. We shall see. All right, my friends. Have an interesting start to the year. Have a good start to the year. It's going to be cool. Remember, forgive the people who have pissed you off over Christmas. Let it go. The ones that, were there and a pain in the bum, and the ones that didn't even say hello or Merry Christmas, just let it all go. It's not relevant for this year moving forward. Simone, hers is a meadow along a river and a waterfall. Oh, I love that too. I would absolutely choose that in real life. So yes, it's going to be an interesting week. Luckily, we haven't got any like moon energies coming, like really strong moon energies coming over this next week, so you can settle in, do perhaps some cleansing of those that yummy Christmas food that you've had. If you've overindulged a little bit, let your body do some detoxing. However that looks, I've been actually doing a lot of fasting randomly the last few days, so that's been awesome. Anyway, have a beautiful week to come. I will be here next Friday, I think. I'm pretty sure. If something comes up, I'll let you all know on a post on Facebook. So unless something comes up in the next few days to make it so that I can't be here, then I will be. So until then, my beautiful ones, do something tasty for yourself, okay? And get out there, be bold, be brave, be you, my beautiful friends, and I'll see you, fingers crossed, next week. All things going to plan. All right. Bye-bye for now.